The ancient secrets of metaphysics are within your reach. This audiobook shows you how your thoughts ripple across the universe, shaping your life with every intention. As you listen, you'll awaken to your true creative power and transform your reality. Metaphysics. Introduction. At your essence lies an extraordinary truth capable of revolutionizing your existence. Mystics and enlightened teachers throughout time have whispered of this astonishing gift bestowed upon every soul, the ability to shape existence through mental prowess. Natural principles guide all things, as predictable as dawn's light and reliable as nature's cycles. These fundamental truths dictate not only planetary orbits, but also shape how humans perceive and experience life. Your mental patterns, similar to scattered seeds in rich earth, blossom into your lived experience. While exploring this manuscript, you'll realize the barrier separating imagination from manifestation is more permeable than previously believed. The timeless insights within these lessons demonstrate how your awareness isn't simply witnessing existence, it actively shapes it, instant by instant, idea by idea. This profound insight has endured across generations, transmitted by individuals who grasped its life-altering significance. Now, as you approach this enlightenment, understand that these aren't mere symbols on paper. You're discovering the divine principles of manifesting reality. Your mental capabilities reach beyond perceived limitations. Each notion ripples across universal energies, drawing circumstances matching its vibration. This transcends philosophy. It represents the basic process through which all experiences come into being. Your exploration commences with this fundamental insight. You craft your own destiny. Today's cultivated thoughts manifest as tomorrow's lived experiences. Seek out tranquil surroundings free from interruption. Should you choose, ignite a flame representing enlightenment's dawn. Shut your eyes and inhale deeply. Consider, what convictions do I maintain about my power to mold reality? Take up your notebook and write freely, permitting your innermost contemplations to emerge. Maintain this introspection for no less than a quarter hour, probing the edges of your perceived possibilities. This exercise will start breaking down the unseen constraints that have restricted your grasp of your genuine creative abilities. Part 1. Awakening the Infinite Mind. Chapter 1. The Universal Law of Creation. In ancient times there lived a sculptor named Rayan, who spent his days in the marble quarries, searching for the perfect stone. One morning, as dawn painted the sky in gentle hues, he discovered a massive block of marble that called to his soul. As he began to chip away at the stone, an elder sculptor approached. "What do you see?" the elder asked. "I see excess stone that must be removed," Rayan replied, his chisel poised. The elder smiled softly. "Look deeper. The masterpiece already exists within. Your task is not to create, but to reveal what has always been there." For days, Rayan contemplated these words. Gradually, his approach transformed. Rather than forcing his will upon the stone, he began to sense the form waiting within. As he worked with renewed vision, a magnificent angel emerged from the marble, so beautiful it brought tears to those who beheld it. This truth extends far beyond the sculptor's art. Everything in your life follows this same principle. All creation begins first in the realm of thought. Your mind is the chisel, and your thoughts are the force that reveals the reality waiting to emerge. Just as the angel existed in potential within the marble, your desires exist in potential within the infinite field of possibilities. Your thoughts are not mere fleeting shadows. They are the blueprints from which the universe molds your experience. Every achievement, every circumstance, every relationship first existed as a thought before manifesting in the physical world. Let us turn to the tale of Sophia, a gardener who understood this wisdom. Each spring, she would hold her seeds with gentle reverence before planting them in the soil. While others simply scattered their seeds, Sophia took time to envision the full-grown plants, their colors, their fragrance, their vitality. She tended her garden not just with water and care, but with the unwavering vision of its flourishing. As summer approaches, other gardens show sparse growth, but Sophia's garden burst with life and beauty. When asked about her secret, she would say, "I do not plant seeds alone. I plant the full vision of what they will become. The physical seed is merely the bridge between thought and manifestation." Like Sophia's seeds, your desires require more than mere planting. They need the clear vision of your mind's eye and the consistent nurturing of your focused attention. Every thought you hold is a seed taking root in the fertile soil of universal consciousness. Now take your journal and write down your deepest desires, those dreams that stir your soul. As you write each one, pause and close your eyes. See these desires as seeds of light, glowing with potential. Feel the warmth as you plant each one in the rich soil of your mind. Know that through your sustained vision and nurturing attention, these seeds will grow into the garden of your realized dreams. Chapter 2. The Hidden Energies of the Universe. In the valleys of the ancient East there lived a wanderer named Karim, who journeyed through remote mountain passes in search of wisdom. One evening, as twilight embraced the land, he encountered a peculiar wind that seemed to carry whispers of infinite possibilities. Unlike ordinary winds that merely rustled leaves, this ethereal breeze spoke directly to his heart, revealing secrets of creation itself. You too are surrounded by these sacred whispers, for the universe itself is a vast ocean of vibrating energy. Every thought you hold, every emotion you experience, sends ripples through this cosmic sea. Like a stone cast into still waters, your inner state creates patterns that extend far beyond your visible horizon. The universe responds not to your words alone, but to the vibrational signature of your being. When your thoughts and emotions align in harmony, you become a powerful transmitter, broadcasting signals that the universe must answer. This is not mysticism, but the fundamental nature of existence. Everything vibrates, everything resonates, everything responds. Think of Hassan, the master musician who lived in a distant desert city. Each dawn he would take his instrument to the highest tower and listen, not to the sounds of the awakening city, but to the subtle harmonies of the universe itself. Over time, he learned to tune his strings not to conventional scales, but to the very frequency of creation. The secret, he would say, lies not in playing the notes, but in becoming one with the eternal song that flows through all things. Those who heard Hassan play spoke of music that seemed to emerge from the cosmos itself, touching something deep within their souls. Just as Hassan aligned his instrument with universal harmonies, you must tune your being to the frequency of that which you wish to attract. Your thoughts and emotions are the strings of your inner instrument. When they vibrate in harmony with your desires, manifestation becomes as natural as music flowing from well-tuned strings. This ancient wisdom beckons you to recognize yourself as both broadcaster and receiver of universal energy. Every moment you are sending signals through the fabric of reality, and every moment the universe responds in kind. The key lies in maintaining the emotional frequency that matches your desired experience. Now, as you embrace this truth, create a daily practice of attuning yourself to joy and gratitude. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and allow yourself to feel deep appreciation for all that already exists in your life. Let this feeling grow until it fills your entire being. Then, from this elevated state, focus on the joy you will feel when your desires manifest. Maintain this practice for at least 15 minutes each day, becoming a conscious transmitter of these high-frequency emotions. Chapter 3. Awakening Your Inner Creator. In a mountain temple hidden among swirling mists, a young woman named Maya sought answers to the mysteries of existence. Each day she climbed the 1,000 steps, hoping to find wisdom from the temple's renowned sage. Upon reaching the summit one morning, she found the sage tending to a garden of white flowers. "What truth do you seek?" the sage asked without turning. "I seek the power to change my life," Maya replied. The sage smiled and placed Maya's hand over her own heart. "The power you seek has always resided here. You possess this same sacred power within you. The universe has bestowed upon you the divine gift of creation, making you the author of your own existence. Every thought you nurture, every belief you hold, shapes the clay of reality around you. This is not mere metaphor. It is the fundamental law of existence. Your consciousness is the chisel that carves your experience from the infinite possibilities that surround you. When you truly understand this power, you recognize that every circumstance in your life reflects your inner world of thoughts and beliefs. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you accept as truth in your heart. In a distant valley lived Samuel, a master potter whose vessels were sought throughout the land. Unlike other craftsmen who fought against the clay, Samuel approached each piece as though the finished form already existed within. His hands moved with certainty, guided by an inner vision that saw beyond the raw material before him. One day a young apprentice asked, "How do you create such perfect forms?" Samuel replied, "I do not create. I simply reveal what the clay wishes to become. The key is to hold the vision so clearly that your hands cannot help but follow." Like Samuel with his clay, you hold the power to shape the substance of your reality. Your thoughts and beliefs are your hands, molding the formless energy of the universe into tangible experience. This power never sleeps. It flows through every moment, every breath, every heartbeat. The time has come to embrace your role as creator. Each morning and evening, stand before a mirror and speak these words with unwavering conviction. "I am the creator of my reality." As you speak, visualize yourself as an artist before a cosmic canvas, painting your desires into existence with bold, confident strokes. Feel the truth of these words resonating through every cell of your being. Let this practice become as natural as breathing, a constant reminder of your divine creative power. Chapter 4. The Mirror of Reality. In the bustling markets of an ancient city, there lived a merchant named Hassan who traded in rare artifacts. One day he acquired a peculiar mirror, unlike any he had seen before. As he gazed into its surface rather than seeing his physical form, he witnessed images of his thoughts dancing across its face. His fears about his dwindling wealth, his hopes for his children's future, his doubts about his own worth. The mirror you face each day operates by these same principles. Every circumstance in your life reflects not your physical actions, but the thoughts and feelings you hold within. This mirror never lies. It cannot help but show you the exact vibration of your inner world. Your reality shapes itself according to your deepest beliefs and emotions. When you understand this truth, you recognize that changing your circumstances requires first changing your inner landscape. The universe responds not to your words or wishes, but to the energy you emanate from within. Each thought you think sends ripples through the fabric of existence, attracting experiences that match its frequency. Joy attracts joy, abundance attracts abundance, love attracts love. Similarly, thoughts of lack will manifest as scarcity, and fear will draw forth circumstances that validate your anxieties. In a remote mountain valley stood a village shrouded in perpetual shadow. The inhabitants lived in constant fear of darkness, keeping their doors locked and their hearts closed. One day, a wise elder suggested they light candles in their windows each night instead of hiding from the dark. As more villagers embraced this practice, something remarkable occurred. The collective light of their small actions began to transform the entire valley. Soon the village became known as the Valley of Light, drawing travelers from far and wide to witness its radiance. Just as the villagers transform their reality by changing their response to darkness, you hold the power to transmute any circumstance by shifting your inner state. The shadows in your life exist not to punish you, but to show you where light is needed, where your thoughts and beliefs require illumination. Take now your journal and find a quiet space where you can reflect undisturbed. Write down every aspect of your life that feels misaligned with your desires. For each circumstance, ask yourself, what thoughts and beliefs within me have created this reflection? Be gentle yet honest in your exploration. Remember, you are not judging or condemning. You are simply bringing awareness to the inner patterns that have manifested in your outer world. Chapter 5. The Mind-Heart Connection. In a sun-drenched workshop overlooking rolling hills, a weaver named Amira spent her days creating tapestries of unmatched beauty. Her secret lay not in the quality of her threads or the richness of her dyes, but in the way she combined them. While others rushed to weave, Amira understood that the magic emerged from the harmonious union of both elements, the strong foundation of the thread intertwined with the soul-stirring colors of the dye. You possess within you these same creative elements. Your thoughts are the threads that form the structure of your desires, while your emotions are the vibrant dyes that bring them to life. One without the other creates an incomplete work. Thoughts alone remain colorless intentions, while emotions without direction scatter like dye in the wind. The law of attraction responds most powerfully when your mind and heart align in perfect harmony. When you think of what you desire while simultaneously feeling the joy of its fulfillment, you weave a pattern that the universe cannot help but match. This alignment creates a magnetic force that draws your desires into physical form. Many seek to manifest through thought alone, wondering why their desires remain unfulfilled. Yet the missing element lies in the emotional energy that gives life to intention. Your feelings are the language the universe understands most clearly. They are the dye that transforms the tapestry of your life from monochrome to magnificent. In the fertile valleys of the East lived a farmer named Chen, who cultivated the most abundant orchards in the land. While other farmers focused solely on water or sunlight, Chen understood that it was the sacred marriage of both that brought forth the sweetest fruit. He would say, "Water without sunlight breeds rot, and sunlight without water creates desert. But together, they birth paradise." Like Chen's thriving orchard, your manifestations require the perfect balance of elements. Your thoughts provide the structure, like the water that nourishes the roots, while your emotions provide the energy, like the sunlight that draws the trees toward heaven. When these forces unite within you, creation becomes as natural as the changing of seasons. To begin aligning these forces within yourself, find a quiet space and settle into a comfortable position. Place your hand over your heart and breathe slowly and deeply. With each breath, feel your chosen desire not just as a thought in your mind, but as a living energy in your heart. Allow your breath to bridge the gap between thinking and feeling until they become one unified force. Practice this heart-focused breathing for several minutes each day, especially when working with your intentions. Chapter 6. Breaking Free from Illusion. In a distant fortress, a prisoner named Rashid spent 20 years bound by heavy chains. Each morning, he would wake to stare at his shackles, cursing their weight and lamenting his captivity. One day, as sunlight streamed through his cell window, he noticed something extraordinary. The chains that had held him for so long had never been locked. The metal clasps lay open, waiting only for him to realize their deception. In that moment, Rashid understood that his true prison had been his belief in his imprisonment. You too carry chains of limitation, forged not from iron but from thoughts accepted as truth. These self-imposed boundaries whisper tales of cannot and impossible. Yet like Rashid's shackles, they hold power only through your belief in them. The universe knows no limitations. It responds not to what is, but to what you accept as real. Every thought that dims your light is an illusion, a shadow cast by beliefs inherited or acquired through life's journey. These thoughts may feel solid, may seem to have the weight of truth, but they are as substantial as mist before the morning sun. Your power lies not in fighting these beliefs, but in recognizing their impermanence. In the depths of an ancient forest, a caterpillar wrapped itself in silk, believing its world had shrunk to the confines of its cocoon. As days passed, it felt its form dissolving, every familiar boundary melting away. What seemed like death was transformation, and when the time came, it emerged as a butterfly, discovering that its perceived limits had been preparing it for boundless flight. Like the butterfly, you stand at the threshold of transformation. The beliefs that once seemed to protect you now serve only to constrain your potential. Each limitation you accept creates a cocoon around your spirit, yet within that space profound change awaits. Look now at the beliefs that have shaped your world. Take one that has held you back. Perhaps, I am not worthy. Success is for others, or change is impossible. Write this belief on paper, seeing it for what it is, a chain that was never locked. Now, craft a new truth, one that liberates rather than limits. Transform "I am not worthy" into "I am inherently deserving of all good things." Let "success is for others" become "success flows to me naturally." Watch as changes impossible shifts to "I embrace transformation with grace and ease." Take this new affirmation and speak it daily, not as a hope, but as a recognition of truth. Feel the ancient chains of limitation fall away as you claim your freedom to create without bounds. Chapter 7. The Vibrational Blueprint. In a city of ancient wisdom there lived an architect named Kamal who possessed a remarkable gift. Each night he would retreat to his chamber, unfurling pristine scrolls upon which he drew intricate designs of buildings that existed only in his imagination. As he worked, a mysterious builder would materialize from the shadows, studying the drawings with keen interest. By morning, what Kamal had envisioned on paper stood manifested in physical form, as if drawn from the very essence of his thoughts. You, like Kamal, are an architect of reality. Every thought you hold, every emotion you nurture, emanates a distinct vibration into the universe. These vibrations serve as the blueprints from which your life experiences are constructed. Just as Kamal's drawings guided the mysterious builder, your thoughts and feelings guide the universal forces that shape your reality. The law of vibration underlies all creation. Each thought resonates at a specific frequency, attracting experiences that match its energetic signature. Joy, abundance, and love vibrate at elevated frequencies, while fear, lack, and doubt occupy lower frequencies. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds not to your words, but to the vibrational essence of your being. In a distant valley, there lived an artist named Maya, who discovered that her paintings held an extraordinary power. As she mixed her colors with intention and purpose, infusing each brushstroke with the energy of her desires, her artwork began to pulse with life. The flowers she painted released their fragrance into the air, and the birds she created took flight from the canvas. Maya realized that her emotions, when channeled through her art, possessed the power to bridge the gap between imagination and reality. Your thoughts and emotions are the colors with which you paint your existence. Like Maya's brush, they carry the creative force that transforms the canvas of your life. When you maintain awareness of your vibrational state, you become the master artist of your experience. To harness this wisdom, begin a practice of vibrational awareness. Create a journal dedicated to tracking your emotional frequency throughout each day. Note the thoughts that elevate your spirit and those that lower your vibration. For each lower frequency emotion you identify, visualize yourself adjusting its vibration upward, like tuning an instrument to a higher note. Record not only what you feel, but the subtle shifts that occur as you consciously raise your energetic state. Let this journal become your guide to mastering the art of vibration, transforming each moment into an opportunity to align with the frequencies of your desires. Chapter 8. Tuning into the universal frequency. In a land where mountains touch the stars, a wanderer named Ravi journeyed through ancient valleys. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in ethereal hues, he heard a melody unlike any earthly song. Following the sound, he discovered a hidden grove where crystalline formations resonated with the very pulse of creation. An old sage emerged from the shadows, revealing that this was the cosmic symphony, the vibration that flows through all existence. You possess the innate ability to attune yourself to this universal frequency. Just as Ravi learned to listen to the cosmic melody, you can align your energy with the rhythmic flow of creation. The universe speaks in the language of vibration, and when you match its frequency, you become a conduit for manifestation. This alignment occurs naturally when you release resistance and allow yourself to flow with life's current. Like a musician joining an orchestra, you need not create the harmony. You need only match its existing rhythm. Your thoughts and emotions are instruments, and through them you either harmonize with or discord from the universal flow. Along a stormy coastline stood a lighthouse tended by Sophia, whose unwavering light guided ships through treacherous waters. Night after night, she maintained the steady beam, never doubting its purpose. Ships followed this consistent signal, trusting it to lead them safely to harbor. When other lights flickered and failed in the tempest, Sophia's lighthouse remained constant, a reliable beacon in the darkness. Your alignment with universal energy must mirror Sophia's dedication. Just as ships relied on her steady light, your desires navigate toward you, through the consistency of your vibrational offering. When you maintain stable, high-frequency energy, you become a beacon that attracts all you seek. To embody this wisdom, embrace this ancient breathing practice passed down through generations of masters. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Place your hands over your heart and breathe deeply, imagining each breath drawing in the cosmic energy that surrounds you. With each exhale, release any resistance or discord. Continue this rhythm for several minutes, feeling yourself synchronized with the universal flow. Let your breath become a bridge between your individual energy and the vast cosmic symphony that orchestrates all creation. Chapter 9. The Seed of Intention. In the fertile valleys of an ancient land, a sower named Elias walked the fields each dawn. With practiced movements, he cast seeds in wide arcs, each one carrying the promise of future harvest. While others scattered their seeds haphazardly, Elias moved with purpose, his mind fixed upon the abundance he knew would spring forth. As the seasons turned, his fields flourished with golden wheat while others yielded sparse crops. The secret, he would say, lay not in the seeds themselves, but in the unwavering vision he held as he sowed them. You too are a sower of seeds, seeds of intention that take root in the fertile soil of universal consciousness. Each thought you plant with clear purpose contains within it the full potential of manifestation. The universe responds not to scattered wishes, but to focused intention held steady in your mind. When you direct your thoughts with clarity and conviction, you activate the natural laws of creation. Like a master gardener selecting the finest seeds, you must choose your intentions with care and nurture them with unwavering attention. The power lies not in quantity, but in the quality of focus you bring to each intention. Along distant shores lived Nathan, a sailor renowned for his ability to navigate treacherous waters. While others drifted with changing winds, Nathan kept his vessel true by fixing his gaze upon the North Star. Night after night, through calm seas and storms alike, he maintained his chosen course. Those who followed his example reached their destinations, while others found themselves lost at sea. Your journey of manifestation mirrors Nathan's steadfast navigation. The stars that guide you are your clearly defined intentions. When you maintain focus on these fixed points, regardless of life's changing tides, you move inevitably toward your desired reality. Just as Nathan's success came from his unwavering attention to his guiding star, your manifestations flourish through sustained focus on your chosen intentions. This ancient wisdom beckons you to plant your own seeds of intention with purpose and clarity. Take 3 sheets of parchment, and upon each write a single intention that burns bright in your heart. Each morning as the sun rises, hold these papers in your hands and close your eyes. Visualize each intention as a seed taking root in fertile soil. See it sprouting, growing, and flourishing into full manifestation. Feel the certainty of its growth as surely as a farmer knows spring will follow winter. This practice, handed down through ages, aligns your energy with the natural forces of creation, ensuring your intentions bloom into reality. Chapter 10. The Gateway to Infinite Possibility. In the shadows of an ancient citadel stood a gatekeeper named Thaddeus, whose wisdom had been passed down through countless generations. Each day, travelers would approach seeking passage, yet most turned away upon seeing the weathered gates, assuming them locked and impenetrable. One morning, a seeker named Maya arrived, her eyes bright with determination. Unlike the others, she approached Thaddeus directly and asked about the path beyond. With a knowing smile, he revealed a simple truth. The gates had never been locked. They opened at the lightest touch, revealing a path that stretched endlessly toward the horizon, branching into countless directions, each leading to new possibilities. You stand now at your own gateway of infinite potential. The universal mind, vast and boundless, awaits your conscious participation in its endless creation. Every thought you hold opens new pathways. Every belief you nurture expands your horizons. The limitations you perceive exist only in the mind that believes in them. When you align with the infinite nature of universal consciousness, you step into a realm where all possibilities exist simultaneously. Just as a single drop contains the essence of the entire ocean, your consciousness holds within it the power of the universal mind. This connection allows you to tap into an inexhaustible source of creative potential. The universe responds not to the size of your dreams, but to the clarity and conviction with which you hold them. In a distant mountain valley lived Arya, a bird who spent her days watching the clouds drift beyond the peaks that surrounded her home. While other birds warned her that nothing existed beyond the mountains, something within her knew otherwise. One dawn she spread her wings and soared upward, higher than she had ever flown. As she crested the highest peak, an endless expanse of new land stretched before her, more vast and beautiful than she had imagined. Her world, once bounded by mountain walls, expanded infinitely in that moment of courage. Like Arya, you possess wings of infinite potential. The boundaries you perceive are like those mountains, impressive to behold, yet ultimately unable to contain the vastness of your true capabilities. When you embrace the limitless nature of your being, you soar beyond the self-imposed limitations that once defined your reality. The ancient ones passed down a sacred practice for expanding into this infinite potential. Find a quiet space as the sun rises or sets. Close your eyes and allow your breath to become slow and steady. For 10 minutes, let your mind soar free from all constraints, envisioning your ideal life with the same limitless expanse as the open sky. See yourself moving through this life, unfettered by doubt or limitation. Feel the freedom of knowing that within the universal mind all possibilities await your recognition. Part 2. Mastering the Metaphysical Forces. Chapter 11. The Quantum Field of Possibilities. In a forgotten corner of an ancient city, a scholar named Alexandros discovered a hidden doorway that led to a mysterious library. As he wandered through towering shelves of leather-bound volumes, he noticed something extraordinary. The words on the pages shifted and changed as he read them. Each book seemed alive, responding to his innermost thoughts and desires. When he focused on wealth, stories of abundant treasures appeared. When his mind turned to wisdom, sacred teachings emerged on the pages before him. You exist within a living universe that mirrors Alexandros's magical library. The quantum field surrounds you as an ocean of infinite possibilities, each waiting to be called forth by your conscious attention. Science has revealed what mystics have known for millennia. Reality exists as a wave of probability until observed. Your thoughts and focus collapse these waves into the specific experiences you encounter. The universe operates as a vast field of energy, responding to the frequencies you emit through your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. Every possibility exists simultaneously in this quantum soup of potential, waiting for your awareness to bring it into form. When you understand this profound truth, you realize that your power lies not in creating what you desire, but in selecting it from the infinite options already present. In a sun-drenched studio lived Raphael, a gifted painter who approached each new work with dozens of preliminary sketches. Each drawing represented a different possibility, a unique vision of what could be. Rather than forcing himself to choose immediately, he would sit with these sketches, allowing his inner wisdom to guide him to the one that resonated most deeply. Only then would he transfer that vision to his canvas, bringing to life the possibility that called most strongly to his soul. Like Raphael's sketches, the quantum field holds all possible versions of your life. Your task is not to force these possibilities into being, but to attune yourself to the version that aligns most purely with your highest vision. The universe already contains everything you could desire. Your role is to select and focus upon the reality you wish to experience. Take time each morning to enter the sacred space of infinite possibility. Sit in stillness and allow various versions of your life to appear in your mind's eye. See yourself thriving in different scenarios, feeling the distinct energy of each potential reality. Notice which version creates the strongest resonance within your being. This is the reality calling you forward, ready to emerge from the quantum field into your physical experience. Chapter 12: Thought Energy and Manifestation. In the misty reaches of a distant coast, a lighthouse keeper named Thomas maintained his vigil night after night. As storms raged and waves crashed against jagged rocks, he noticed something extraordinary. The steady beam of light emanating from his tower didn't merely guide ships, it seemed to calm the very waters it touched. Where his light reached, the turbulent seas grew peaceful, creating safe passage for vessels seeking harbor. You possess this same transformative power within your thoughts. Like the lighthouse keeper's beam, your focused attention carries an energy that ripples outward, influencing the fabric of reality itself. Each thought you hold radiates a specific frequency into the universe, creating patterns that either attract or repel your desires. The universe responds to your mental energy with perfect precision, matching your inner state with corresponding external circumstances. When you maintain steady, positive thoughts, you generate a field of harmonious energy that naturally draws similar experiences into your life. This is not mere coincidence, but the operation of universal law. In the fertile valleys of an ancient land, a wise farmer named Chen understood the sacred relationship between thought and harvest. Each spring, he would carefully examine his collection of seeds, selecting only those that would yield the most abundant crop. He knew that just as each seed contained the blueprint of its future form, each thought held the essence of its eventual manifestation. Your thoughts are like Chen's seeds. They contain within them the blueprint of future experiences. By consciously choosing thoughts aligned with your desires, you plant the seeds of manifestation in the fertile soil of universal consciousness. Just as Chen wouldn't plant thorny weeds expecting to harvest sweet fruit, you cannot hold thoughts of lack while expecting abundance. The wisdom of the lighthouse keeper and the farmer speaks directly to your journey of creation. As you master your thoughts, you master your life's experience. The light of your consciousness, when focused and steady, has the power to transform any storm into calm waters. The seeds of your thoughts, when carefully chosen and tended, will surely bloom into the garden of your desires. To harness this creative power, begin each day by writing 5 things for which you feel genuine gratitude. Feel the warmth of appreciation flow through you as you acknowledge these blessings. This practice generates a powerful field of positive energy that activates the universal law of attraction, drawing more experiences worthy of gratitude into your life. Chapter 13: The Sacred Art of Visualization. In the hidden valleys of an ancient mountain range, a wanderer named Khalil discovered a peculiar crystal among ordinary stones. As he held it in his hands, the crystal began to shimmer, revealing scenes from countless possible futures. Each vision corresponded perfectly to the thoughts and desires he held in his heart. When his mind dwelled on abundance, the crystal showed him surrounded by prosperity. When he focused on health, it revealed him in perfect vitality. You possess within you a similar power of vision, one that shapes the very substance of your reality. Your mind, like Khalil's crystal, holds the capacity to project vivid images of what you wish to manifest. These mental pictures serve as templates that the universe uses to arrange circumstances in your favor. When you close your eyes and envision your desires with crystal clarity, you activate powerful creative forces. See not just the end result, but feel the emotions, hear the sounds, and experience the sensations associated with your vision. The more senses you engage, the stronger the energetic signal you send to the universe. In a distant monastery, a young apprentice named Maya struggled to master the art of calligraphy. Her teacher shared a secret passed down through generations. Before touching brush to paper, she must first see the perfect strokes in her mind's eye. Each morning, Maya would sit in meditation, visualizing her brush flowing with grace and precision. As she practiced this inner sight, her outer execution transformed. Within months, her calligraphy flowed with a mastery that usually took years to achieve. The power of visualization lies not in mere daydreaming, but in creating such vivid mental images that your body and mind accept them as reality. When you can see, feel, and experience your desired outcome in your mind's theater, you align your entire being with its manifestation. To harness this creative power, select a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and spend 5 to 10 minutes each day building detailed mental pictures of your desires. Alternatively, create a vision board with images that represent your goals, placing it where you'll see it daily. As you gaze upon these images, allow yourself to step into them fully, experiencing the joy and gratitude of their realization. Chapter 14: The Magnetic Pull of Belief. In the time before modern instruments, there lived a sailor named Kamal, who mastered the art of celestial navigation. While other ships hugged the coastline, fearing the vast ocean's mysteries, Kamal ventured boldly into unknown waters. Through storms and darkness, he kept his eyes fixed upon the stars, trusting their eternal guidance to lead him to distant shores. You, like Kamal, navigate through life's waters guided by the unwavering light of belief. When doubts arise like storm clouds, it is your conviction that steers you toward your destination. The universe responds not to wishful thinking, but to the magnetic force of absolute certainty. Your beliefs shape the lens through which you perceive reality. They act as powerful attractors, drawing to you experiences that mirror your deepest convictions. When you believe in abundance, opportunities naturally flow toward you. When you trust in your abilities, doors previously unseen swing open. In a village renowned for its metalwork lived a blacksmith named Reza. While others saw mere chunks of raw iron, Reza perceived the potential within each piece. His unwavering faith in his tools and techniques allowed him to create works of such beauty that people claimed they were blessed by divine touch. Yet Reza knew the true magic lay not in his hammers or forge, but in his absolute belief in the transformation he could achieve. Just as Reza's faith enabled him to see beyond the raw material to the finished masterpiece, your belief system determines what you can manifest in your life. Each thought you hold with conviction becomes a template for reality, attracting circumstances that match its vibration. The strength of your belief determines the speed and magnitude of your manifestations. When doubt creeps in, your creative power diminishes. But when you maintain unwavering faith like Kamal following his stars, you activate forces beyond ordinary understanding. To strengthen your belief, practice speaking words of power each day. Stand before a mirror and declare with conviction, "I am worthy of all I desire. The universe supports my dreams. Everything I seek is already moving toward me." Let these affirmations sink deep into your consciousness until they become your truth. Chapter 15. The Divine Power of Gratitude. In the heart of an endless desert wandered Talib, a traveler who carried only an earthen vessel. Each morning, he would search for precious drops of dew that formed on desert plants, gathering them with reverence. Instead of lamenting the scarcity, Talib gave thanks for each glistening drop, speaking words of appreciation to the universe. As time passed, something remarkable occurred. Where Talib expressed gratitude, more moisture gathered. Small pools formed beneath the sand, and green shoots emerged from the earth. His thankfulness acted as a magnetic force, drawing forth abundance from seeming emptiness. Within seasons, an oasis bloomed around him, attracting birds, animals, and fellow travelers. You hold within you this same transformative power. Gratitude is not merely a sentiment, it is a force that shapes reality. When you acknowledge the gifts already present in your life, you align with the universal flow of abundance. Each expression of thanks raises your energetic vibration, making you a natural attractor for greater blessings. In the streets of an ancient city lived Nadia, a musician whose melodies moved listeners to tears of joy. While others composed songs of longing or loss, she created music that celebrated life's simple pleasures, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of children's laughter, the taste of fresh bread. Her focus on life's beauty infused her music with such uplifting energy that those who heard it found their spirits lifted, their perspectives shifted toward hope. Like Nadia's music, your gratitude has the power to transform not only your own experience but to elevate those around you. When you choose to focus on abundance rather than lack, on possibilities rather than limitations, you become an instrument through which the universe expresses its infinite generosity. As the sun rises each morning, find a quiet moment for yourself. Light a candle if you wish, creating a sacred space for this ritual. Take 3 deep breaths, centering yourself in the present moment. Then speak aloud 3 specific things for which you feel genuine gratitude. Let your appreciation flow from your heart, feeling the warmth of thankfulness spread through your being. Complete this practice by placing your hand over your heart and whispering, "I am grateful, and in my gratitude I attract ever-increasing blessings." Chapter 16. Overcoming the Energy of Doubt. In a serene valley there lived a gardener named Amara who tended the most exquisite flowers in all the land. Her garden drew visitors from distant places, each seeking to witness the vibrant blooms that seemed to radiate pure light. Yet one morning Amara noticed dark weeds sprouting between her precious flowers. These were not ordinary weeds, but manifestations of her own doubts that had taken root in the soil of her mind. "What if the flowers don't bloom this season?" whispered one thorny weed. "Perhaps you're not skilled enough," hissed another. With each doubt that crept into her thoughts, more weeds appeared, slowly choking the life from her beloved garden. You, like Amara, may find your manifestations hindered by the weeds of doubt that have taken root in your consciousness. These thoughts appear innocent at first, masquerading as practical concerns or protective instincts. Yet they grow stronger with each moment of attention you give them, eventually overshadowing your dreams and desires. The power to manifest lies in maintaining pure, unwavering faith in your vision. When doubt enters your mind, it creates resistance in the universal flow, blocking the very abundance you seek to attract. Each fearful thought, each moment of disbelief plants seeds that grow into barriers between you and your desires. In the mountains lived Omar, a bridge builder known for spanning impossible chasms. When tasked with connecting two distant peaks, voices of doubt echoed through the valley. "It cannot be done," they said. "The gap is too wide, the wind's too strong." Omar stood at the edge of the precipice, feeling the weight of uncertainty. But instead of retreating, he chose to focus on his vision of the completed bridge. With each stone he laid, he replaced a doubt with unshakable faith. "This bridge already exists in my mind," he would say. "I am simply making it visible to others." Step by step, stone by stone, his unwavering belief transformed into a magnificent bridge that still stands today. The path between where you are and where you wish to be may seem vast, but like Omar, you can bridge this gap with steadfast faith. Each time you choose belief over doubt, you lay another stone in your bridge to manifestation. Take your journal and find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Write down every doubt that surfaces about your ability to manifest your desires. Next to each doubt, craft an empowering affirmation that transforms the energy of fear into faith. For example, if you write, "I don't have what it takes," create the affirmation, "I am fully equipped with everything needed to achieve my dreams." Speak these new truths aloud, feeling their power resonating through your being. Chapter 17, Living as if it is already yours. In a bustling marketplace of old, there lived a tailor named Rashid, who crafted garments of such beauty that they seemed woven from dreams themselves. Though he worked from a humble shop, he approached each piece with the dedication and precision worthy of royal commissions. Each morning he would dress in his finest clothes, arrange his workspace with meticulous care, and greet every customer as though they were nobility. Others mocked his elaborate manners and questioned why he maintained such high standards when serving common folk. Yet Rashid knew a truth that escaped them. He was not preparing for the customers he had, but for those he would serve. You possess this same power to shape your reality through embodiment. The universe responds not to what you wish to become, but to who you are being in this moment. When you align your current actions and energy with your desired future, you create a magnetic force that draws that reality closer. Think of your desired manifestation as a frequency, a specific vibration of energy. To attract it, you must first become a perfect match for that frequency. This means adopting the thoughts, feelings, and actions of someone who already has what you seek. In a small village, there lived a young girl named Maya, who spent her days playing in her family's garden. While others saw a simple patch of earth, Maya saw a grand palace where she was the wise and beloved queen. She carried herself with grace, spoke with authority, and made decisions with confidence. She didn't pretend, she became. The villagers smiled at her game, but Maya's belief was absolute. She tended to her subjects, the flowers and birds, held court with her advisors, the trees and clouds, and governed her realm with such conviction that the energy of her imagination began to shift the world around her. As she grew, opportunities arose that matched her royal bearing. Leadership roles, positions of influence, and situations where her natural wisdom was needed. This truth lies at the heart of manifestation. What you embody, you become. The universe does not distinguish between what is real and what is believed with absolute conviction. When you carry yourself as though your desires are already manifest, you transmit a clear signal that draws matching experiences into your life. Practice. Begin each day by spending 15 minutes living as though your desires have already manifested. Dress, speak, move, and make decisions as this version of yourself. Feel the emotions of having achieved your goals. Let this energy infuse every action you take. This is not pretense. It is energetic alignment with your chosen reality. Chapter 18. The Mystical Laws of Allowing. In a coastal village where waves whispered ancient secrets, a fisherman named Hassan rose each morning before dawn. While others rushed to cast their nets hastily and repeatedly, Hassan took his time, studying the rhythms of the sea. He understood a truth passed down through generations: the ocean gives abundantly to those who honor its timing. One day, as Hassan sat mending his nets, younger fishermen mocked his patience. "You waste precious hours while we fill our boats," they said. Yet Hassan smiled, knowing that forcing nature's hand yields little while flowing with its wisdom brings abundance. When he finally cast his net, guided by intuition and trust, it returned heavy with fish of the finest quality. You too must learn this delicate dance between action and surrender. The law of attraction operates through a perfect balance. Like breathing, there is a time to draw in and a time to release. Many stumble in manifestation by gripping too tightly to their desires, creating resistance that blocks the very things they seek. Consider how the universe orchestrates countless events to bring your desires to fruition. Just as 1,000 conditions must align for a flower to bloom, your manifestations require intricate arrangements in the fabric of reality. Your role is to plant the seed of intention, then step back and allow the universal forces to work their magic. In the heart of a verdant valley lived Amara, a gardener whose vegetables grew more abundantly than any others. Visitors would ask about her methods, expecting complex techniques. Instead, she showed them how she prepared the soil, planted with care, and then simply watched with joy as nature took its course. The plants know when to sprout, when to flower, when to bear fruit, she would say. My task is not to force their growth, but to create the conditions for their natural unfoldment. While others anxiously dug up their seeds to check their progress or pulled at stems to make them grow faster, Amara's garden flourished through her trust in nature's wisdom. This same principle governs all manifestation. Once you have set your intention clearly and aligned your energy with your desire, release the need to control how and when it arrives. Trust that the universe is orchestrating the perfect sequence of events for your highest good. Each morning, find a quiet space, perhaps as the first rays of dawn filter through your window, and repeat this ancient mantra of surrender. I trust the universe to bring my desires to me in perfect timing. Let these sacred words sink deeply into your being, resonating through every cell of your body, releasing all resistance and allowing universal wisdom to guide your path. As you breathe in this truth, feel the tension of control dissolving, replaced by a profound peace that comes from aligning with the cosmic order. This simple yet powerful practice, passed down through generations of spiritual seekers, opens the channels through which abundance naturally flows. Chapter 19. The Ripple Effect of Aligned Action. In a serene mountain temple, a young monk named Chen discovered a sacred pool among ancient stones. Each morning he would drop a single stone into its crystalline waters, watching as the ripples transformed the pool's surface. The expanding circles touched every shore, changing the reflection of the sky above, demonstrating how a single action could affect the entire body of water. You possess this same power to create ripples of change in the vast ocean of possibility. Every inspired action you take sends waves of energy through the universe, amplifying your intentions and setting forces in motion that extend far beyond your immediate sight. The law of attraction responds not only to thoughts and feelings, but to the physical movement of your being through space and time. When you align your actions with your intentions, you create a powerful resonance that accelerates manifestation. Like the stone breaking the water's surface, your movements in the physical world disturb the fabric of reality, creating patterns that reshape your circumstances. In the heart of an ancient city lived Kai, a masterful blacksmith whose forge burned day and night. While others dreamed of entering the palace gates, Kai channeled his desires into his craft, forging a key of unprecedented beauty and precision. Each strike of his hammer carried the weight of his intention. Each careful filing embodied his unwavering faith. Others questioned his dedication to this single key when no lock existed for it. Yet Kai persisted, knowing that his focused action was creating more than metal. It was forging his destiny. When the king announced a contest to create a key for a mysterious door in the palace, Kai's preparation met opportunity. His key, crafted through countless hours of devoted action, fit perfectly, opening the door to possibilities beyond imagination. Your journey of manifestation requires this same harmony between faith and effort. Each action you take in alignment with your dreams serves as both a declaration to the universe and a physical anchoring of your intentions into reality. The key lies not in ceaseless activity, but in inspired action that flows from your deepest truth. The ancient practice of aligned action calls you to step forward today. Choose one action, however small, that moves you closer to your heart's desire. Let this action arise not from obligation, but from the wellspring of inspiration within. Write this action in your manifestation journal, then carry it out with full presence and intention, knowing that like the ripples in the pond, its effects will reach shores you cannot yet see. Chapter 20. The Hidden Obstacles to Manifestation. In a distant land, a traveler named Raja ventured toward a legendary city of gold. The path stretched before him, clear and inviting, until he suddenly halted mid-step. Though the road appeared empty, an invisible force prevented his progress. No matter how he pushed or sought a way around, the barrier remained. As night fell, Raja sat in meditation, and wisdom dawned. The wall existed only in his mind, built brick by brick from his deepest fears. You too encounter such invisible walls on your journey of manifestation. These barriers, though seemingly solid, are constructions of thought and emotion that block the natural flow of abundance. Like Raja, you may find yourself stopped by forces you cannot see but feel with devastating clarity. The universe operates through perfect laws, yet your own thoughts and feelings can create resistance to these laws' natural operation. Fear whispers of limitation and lack. Impatience demands immediate results, creating tension that repels rather than attracts. Attachment grips so tightly, it strangles the very dreams you wish to nurture. These blocks manifest in countless forms: doubt that questions your worthiness, anxiety that focuses on lack rather than abundance, perfectionism that delays action, and expectations that create resistance to the universe's perfect timing. Each represents a misalignment with universal law, a self-imposed barrier between you and your desires. In the mountains lived a sculptor named Ming who spent years creating a masterpiece. Rather than building up the stone, she carefully removed layers, believing her work lay in revealing what was already present. Each day she chipped away at imperfections, letting fall what did not serve the vision within the stone. Through patient dedication, she uncovered a figure of such beauty that it moved all who beheld it to tears. Like Ming's sculpture, your highest potential already exists within you. The work of manifestation often lies not in adding more, but in removing what blocks your natural state of abundance. Each fear released, each doubt transformed, each attachment surrendered reveals more of your inherent power to create. The ancient practice of release invites you to examine the invisible walls in your path. Take your journal and write freely about what you perceive as obstacles to your manifestation. For each block identified, create a specific plan for its release. Perhaps fear requires small, brave steps forward. Impatience might call for daily meditation. Attachment may need practices of surrender and trust. Let your inner wisdom guide you to the perfect practice for each barrier you uncover. Part 3. Embodying Infinite Potential. Chapter 21. The reality-bending power of silence. In the mountains of an ancient land, a monk named Kai wandered through mist-shrouded peaks. As twilight descended, he discovered the weathered steps of a forgotten temple. Though he climbed them eagerly, the temple's entrance revealed only darkness. Yet as night fell completely, moonlight illuminated sacred symbols on the walls, and in perfect silence, the temple's mysteries unfolded before him. You stand at the threshold of similar wisdom, waiting to be unveiled in the sanctuary of silence. In the ceaseless motion of modern life, stillness becomes a forgotten key to unlocking the deeper truths of existence. The universe speaks in whispers that can only be heard when the mind grows quiet. Within the depths of silence lies a gateway to infinite possibility. Here, beneath the surface noise of daily thoughts, you access the pure creative force of the universe itself. Like a still pond that perfectly reflects the sky above, a quiet mind mirrors the divine intelligence that orchestrates all of creation. This silence is not mere absence of sound, but a living presence, a field of pure potential from which all manifestation springs forth. In these moments of true stillness, you align with the creative force that shapes worlds, accessing wisdom beyond ordinary understanding. Among the marble quarries lived a sculptor named Theron, who created works of unprecedented beauty. Unlike others who imposed their will upon stone, Theron would sit in silence with each block for days, sometimes weeks. "The stone speaks," he would say, "and those who listen discover the masterpiece waiting within." His finished works seemed to emerge naturally, as if the stone itself had chosen its final form. The wisdom Theron accessed through silence awaits your discovery. In stillness, your true desires become clear, unmarred by the noise of doubt or social expectations. Solutions to challenges emerge naturally, and the path to manifestation reveals itself with perfect clarity. The practice of silence opens doors within your consciousness that remain sealed amidst life's constant motion. Find a quiet space each day where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and follow your breath, allowing thoughts to pass without engagement. In this sacred stillness, tune into the whispers of your inner wisdom. Let the silence guide you to deeper understanding of your true potential and purpose. As you maintain this practice, you'll discover that silence becomes a trusted companion on your manifestation journey, revealing insights that transform your relationship with the universe and your own creative power. Chapter 22. The Cosmic Dance of Intuition and Will. In a distant valley where mountain streams sang ancient melodies lived a dancer named Layla. Each dawn she would emerge from her dwelling and move in perfect synchronization with nature's rhythm. Her movements flowed like water, responding to an unseen orchestra that only her heart could hear. Those who witnessed her dance spoke of seeing the very pulse of the universe made visible through her graceful forms. You possess this same innate ability to move in harmony with the cosmic dance. Within you lies both the whispered guidance of intuition and the steady flame of willpower, twin forces that, when united, create manifestation's most potent alchemy. Intuition speaks in gentle nudges, in moments of unexpected clarity, in the quiet knowing that precedes thought. It connects you to the vast intelligence of the universe, offering guidance that transcends logical understanding. Yet this subtle force requires its counterpart, the focused determination of will, to transform ethereal possibility into tangible reality. Like yin and yang, these forces complement and complete each other. Intuition without action remains merely potential, while action without intuition risks misdirected effort. When unified, they create a dynamic balance that naturally aligns with the universal flow while maintaining steady progress toward your desires. Along the ancient trade routes sailed Nathaniel, a captain renowned for his uncanny ability to navigate treacherous waters. While other ships fought against contrary winds, Nathaniel would pause, close his eyes, and listen. He understood the language of the wind and waves, adjusting his sails not by charts alone, but by an inner knowing that guided his hands. Yet his success came not just from listening. It was his decisive action in response to these subtle promptings that carried him safely to distant shores. Your journey of manifestation requires this same delicate balance. The universe constantly speaks through your intuition, offering direction and insight. Your role is twofold: to cultivate the stillness needed to receive these messages, and to summon the will to act upon them with conviction. Find a quiet moment to reflect on decisions you've made in recent times, both the choices that led to success and those that brought challenges. In your journal, record instances where you felt a subtle inner guidance, that gentle whisper of knowing that preceded your actions. Note how following or ignoring these promptings affected the outcome, paying special attention to the feelings that accompanied each decision. Were there physical sensations, emotions, or recurring thoughts that signaled the universe's guidance? Then create a dedicated space each morning to tune into your intuitive wisdom before taking action. This sacred time, even if brief, allows the cosmic intelligence to flow through you unimpeded. Begin by closing your eyes, taking 3 deep breaths, and asking the universe to reveal its guidance. This practice strengthens the bridge between inner knowing and outer doing, allowing you to move through life with both grace and purpose. As you cultivate this daily ritual, you'll find yourself naturally attuned to the subtle language of universal wisdom, ready to act with conviction when opportunity presents itself. Chapter 23. Aligning with the flow of abundance. In the heart of an ancient valley flowed a river, its waters moving with effortless grace through the landscape. As it journeyed from the mountains to the sea, every drop of water blessed the land it touched. Trees grew tall along its banks, flowers bloomed in abundance, and creatures of all kinds gathered to partake of its gifts. The river never strained or worried about providing. It simply flowed, and in its natural movement, created prosperity wherever it traveled. You stand at the threshold of understanding a fundamental truth. Abundance flows as naturally as that ancient river when you align with universal principles. Just as water follows the path of least resistance, prosperity moves toward those who remain open to receiving it. The universe operates through a law of infinite supply. Scarcity exists only in the mind, born from misunderstanding the eternal flow of abundance. When you resist this flow through doubt, worry, or desperate grasping, you create the very limitations you fear. But when you align with the natural current of prosperity, you become a channel through which abundance freely flows. Think of your thoughts and emotions as the riverbank. They either guide the flow of abundance or create obstacles that block its path. Every belief of lack builds a dam, while every thought of prosperity widens the channel through which blessings can flow. In a distant land lived Omar, a farmer whose fields yielded harvests so abundant that travelers would journey far to witness his prosperity. While others anxiously monitored their crops daily, Omar tended his fields with peaceful certainty, understanding that nature's cycles would provide. He knew that just as surely as spring follows winter, abundance follows trust. His care for the soil came not from fear of scarcity, but from joy in participating in nature's generosity. Your relationship with abundance mirrors Omar's relationship with his fields. When you trust in the universe's infinite supply while taking inspired action from that trust, you create the perfect conditions for prosperity to flourish. Like the farmer who plants seeds with certainty of their growth, you can nurture your desires with unwavering faith in their manifestation. As you close your eyes each morning and evening, let these words resonate within your being. I align with the infinite flow of abundance and receive it with gratitude. Feel these words not as mere hope, but as acknowledgement of an unchanging truth. Allow this affirmation to dissolve any resistance to receiving, opening your heart to the natural state of prosperity that awaits you. Chapter 24. The Unfolding of Divine Timing. In a village among ancient hills lived Amira, a storyteller known for her wisdom. Each evening, villagers gathered around her, eager to hear the tales that danced from her lips. Yet Amira never began a story until she felt the moment was perfectly aligned. Some nights she would sit in silence, waiting for the right tale to emerge from the depths of her heart. One evening, as impatient listeners pressed her to speak, she simply smiled and pointed to a shooting star streaking across the night sky. "Had I begun my tale moments ago," she whispered, "you would have missed this celestial dance." In that instant, her audience understood. Everything has its ordained moment of revelation. You must understand that manifestation follows this same divine orchestration. The universe operates with impeccable timing, weaving together countless threads to create the tapestry of your desires. When you plant a seed of intention, unseen forces begin their work immediately, though the sprout may not break through the soil for some time. Every delay carries hidden wisdom. Every pause holds purpose. What appears as waiting often serves as preparation, allowing all elements to align perfectly for your highest good. Like a master composer arranging a symphony, the universe coordinates countless details to bring your desires into form at the most auspicious moment. In the depths of an ancient forest stood a young oak tree, watching as other saplings rushed to reach the canopy. Season after season, this tree grew slowly, developing deep roots and strong branches. While faster-growing trees toppled in storms, the patient oak endured, eventually becoming the forest's guardian. Its strength came not from rapid growth, but from honoring the natural rhythm of its development. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey of manifestation. The oak tree teaches that what appears as delay often serves as strengthening. Each moment of waiting builds resilience, deepens wisdom, and allows your desire to mature into its fullest expression. Take a moment now to reflect on your own path, allowing the wisdom of the oak to illuminate your journey. Remember a time when patience revealed itself as a blessing, when what seemed like delay actually served as preparation. Perhaps it was a relationship that bloomed only after years of growth, or an opportunity that manifested when your skills had fully matured. Write about this experience in your journal, noting how divine timing worked in your favor, how the universe's perfect orchestration became clear only in retrospect. Then consider a current situation where you feel impatient, a dream that seems to tarry, a goal that appears distant. How might this period of waiting be serving your highest good? What deeper roots are you developing in this season of apparent stillness? Let these reflections strengthen your trust in the perfect unfolding of your desires, knowing that, like the oak, your growth follows a sacred timeline that serves your ultimate flourishing. Chapter 25. Rewriting the Script of Your Life. In a time beyond memory, there lived a scribe named Rayan who spent his days recording the stories of others in ancient scrolls. Each evening, as shadows lengthened across his desk, he yearned to write his own tale. One night, while organizing dusty manuscripts in a forgotten chamber, he discovered a quill unlike any other. Its shaft gleamed with starlight, and its tip sparkled with possibility. As Rayan began to write with this mystical instrument, he noticed something extraordinary. The words he penned about his life began to manifest in reality. When he wrote of abundance, his storehouse filled. When he described joy, his heart lightened. Through this enchanted quill, he learned that his thoughts and beliefs were already writing his destiny. The quill merely made visible what was always true. You possess this same power to shape your reality through conscious thought and unwavering belief. Each moment, you write the story of your life through your perceptions, expectations, and choices. Your thoughts form the ink, your beliefs guide the hand, and your consciousness serves as the eternal parchment upon which your tale unfolds. In another land there lived a playwright named Sophia, who had written a play filled with sorrow and struggle. Night after night, audiences left her theater heavy-hearted. Then one evening, as she watched her creation unfold, she realized she held the power to reimagine every scene. With fresh vision, she rewrote the story, transforming challenges into opportunities, pain into wisdom, and despair into triumph. When the new version premiered, it lifted spirits and inspired hope, showing how perspective shapes experience. This truth beckons to you now. Your life story is not carved in stone, but written in the flowing ink of consciousness. Every challenge, every circumstance can be reframed through the lens of possibility. You are both the author and the protagonist of your journey. Take a moment now to sit with paper and pen, creating a sacred space for this transformative practice. Choose one aspect of your life you wish to transform. Perhaps a relationship that needs healing, a dream waiting to bloom, or an inner truth yearning for expression. Write it down not as it appears now, but as you desire it to be, crafting each word with intention and purpose. Describe this new reality in present tense, as though it already exists, allowing yourself to fully inhabit this truth. Feel the resonance of these words as you write them, knowing that your consciousness is already beginning to align with this new story, just as surely as dawn follows night. Let your words carry the power of conviction, for they are the first strokes of your reimagined destiny, seeds planted in the fertile soil of infinite possibility. Trust that as you write, the universe conspires to manifest these truths, for your pen becomes a wand of creation directing the flow of divine energy toward your highest vision. Chapter 26. The Eternal Source of Creativity. In a village among ancient hills lived an artist named Aisha, who discovered a mysterious well in her garden. Unlike ordinary wells that drew water from the earth, this one seemed to flow with pure inspiration. Each time she lowered her brush to its depths, it emerged dripping with colors she had never seen before, enabling her to paint visions that touched souls and awakened hearts. You, like Aisha, have access to an infinite well of creativity within you. This wellspring flows from the same source that paints the sunset and orchestrates the dance of galaxies. When you align with this universal consciousness, creation becomes as natural as breathing, and inspiration flows without effort or strain. Your mind connects directly to the vast creative intelligence that shapes worlds and dreams new realities into being. This connection never wavers, though you may sometimes forget it exists. Like a radio receiving cosmic broadcasts, you need only tune to the right frequency to access this endless stream of inspiration. In the mountains far to the east lived a poet named Chen who struggled to find the right words for his verses. He would sit for hours, forcing metaphors and wrestling with rhythm, until one day he discovered that by matching his breath to the wind in the trees, his words began to flow with natural grace. He learned that creativity comes not from forcing, but from allowing, not from striving, but from aligning with the natural rhythm of the universe. And this wisdom speaks to your own creative journey. When you release the need to control and instead open yourself to universal inspiration, you become a clear channel for divine expression. Your role is not to generate creativity, but to allow it to flow through you. Now, set aside time to engage with any creative activity that calls to you, whether it be writing, drawing, dancing, or simply arranging flowers in a vase. Approach this practice not as a task to accomplish, but as an opportunity to align with universal creativity. Let go of judgment and expectation. Simply allow yourself to become a vessel for inspiration, knowing that the same force that blooms flowers and spins planets flows through your creative expression. Trust that as you open yourself to this practice, the perfect inspiration will arise. Your only task is to remain receptive and allow your natural creativity to emerge, knowing it springs from an infinite source that never runs dry. Chapter 27. Becoming the embodiment of your desires. In a forgotten temple high in the mountains there existed a mirror unlike any other. Those who gazed into its depths saw not their current reflection, but rather the luminous vision of who they could become. A merchant named Ravi discovered this mirror during his travels. As he stood before it, he saw himself not as the struggling trader he was, but as a prosperous and generous benefactor who brought abundance to his entire village. Day by day, he began carrying himself with the dignity and wisdom he witnessed in the mirror, until gradually, his reality transformed to match his vision. You possess within you the same transformative power as that ancient mirror. The future you envision exists not as a distant possibility, but as a living potential in this present moment. By embodying the qualities of your desired reality now, you create an energetic blueprint that the universe naturally fulfills. Your thoughts and feelings in the present moment are the seeds from which your future grows. When you align your current state with the energy of your desires, you become a living magnet for their manifestation. This is not pretense, but rather a recognition of the truth that already exists within you. In the valleys below the temple lived a gardener named Maya, who inherited a plot of barren land. While others saw only dust and stones, she walked the empty field each morning, seeing in her mind's eye rows of abundant fruit trees, fragrant flowers, and rich vegetables. She tended the soil with the same care and devotion she would give to a thriving garden. She spoke to the empty spaces as though they were already filled with growth. Through her unwavering vision and aligned action, the land gradually transformed into the paradise she had always seen. This wisdom reveals the power of living from the end result. Just as Maya treated her barren field as though it were already a flourishing garden, you must inhabit the energy of your desires in the present moment. Your future self is not separate from who you are now. It is simply awaiting your recognition and embodiment. Choose one aspect of your desired reality and live as though it is already manifest. For one full day, allow yourself to think, feel, and act completely aligned with this truth. If you seek abundance, move through your day with the generosity and confidence of one who knows that prosperity flows eternally. If you desire health, carry yourself with the vitality and energy of one who is vibrantly well. Let every thought, word, and action arise from this embodied knowing. This is not an exercise in pretending, but rather a claiming of what already exists within the infinite field of possibility. Chapter 28. The Boundless Nature of Reality. In the ancient scrolls of the East, there is told a tale of an explorer named Kamal, who set out to reach the edge of the world. Each morning, he would wake before dawn and journey toward the horizon, certain that he would finally touch the place where earth met sky. Yet with every step forward, the horizon stretched further into the distance, revealing new landscapes and possibilities he had never imagined. You, like Kamal, stand at the threshold of infinite potential. The boundaries you perceive are merely illusions created by limited thinking, for the universe expands eternally in response to your expanding awareness. Your consciousness is not contained within the walls of your physical form, but extends into the vast expanse of all that is. As you awaken to this truth, you begin to understand that what appears as limitation is simply an invitation to grow beyond your current perspective. The laws that govern creation respond not to what is, but to what can be. Your thoughts and desires act as cosmic coordinates, guiding you toward unexplored territories of experience. Each time you transcend a perceived boundary, the universe reveals new possibilities that were always present, waiting to be discovered. In the celestial realms there lived a star that discovered an extraordinary truth. Each time it chose to shine more brightly, the darkness around it transformed into light. Rather than depleting its energy, this radiance caused the star to grow even more luminous. The more it gave, the more it became, expanding endlessly into greater expressions of its own light. This celestial wisdom mirrors your own journey of consciousness. As you release the constraints of limited thinking, your awareness naturally expands to embrace greater possibilities. What once appeared as the edge of your world becomes merely another stepping stone on an infinite path of discovery. The boundaries you encounter are not walls but doorways. They exist not to contain you, but to invite you into new dimensions of understanding. Like the star that grows brighter through its own radiance, your consciousness expands through the very act of exploring its potential. Take a moment now to enter the sacred space of reflection. Bring to mind an area of your life where you have felt confined by seeming limitations. It might be in your relationships, your work, your creative expression, or your spiritual growth. Allow yourself to see these perceived boundaries dissolve, revealing the infinite possibilities that have always existed beyond them. What new horizons appear when you release all constraints? What dreams awaken when you give yourself permission to expand without limit? Let your imagination soar freely, knowing that the universe grows more vast with every new possibility you embrace. Chapter 29. The Path of the Infinite Creator. In the annals of time there lived a wanderer named Thaddeus who discovered a peculiar truth about his travels. With each footstep upon the earth, he noticed the landscape would subtly shift and transform. A barren field might sprout wildflowers, or a cloudy sky might part to reveal golden sunlight. At first, he believed his eyes were playing tricks until he realized that his very consciousness was painting the world anew with every step. You possess this same creative power, though you may not yet recognize its full scope. Every thought, every choice, every step forward manifests a fresh reality. The universe responds to your movement through it, not as a passive observer, but as an active participant in its endless becoming. Your creative force flows naturally, like water seeking its course. When you align with this truth, you discover that the joy lies not in reaching some distant destination, but in the sacred act of creation itself. Each moment offers an opportunity to shape reality anew, to express the infinite potential that dwells within you. In a distant valley, there lived a potter named Maya, who worked with clay from dawn until dusk. Unlike other artisans who sought to perfect a single form, Maya found delight in creating vessel after vessel, each one expressing a new facet of possibility. Some were tall and elegant, others short and sturdy, but each piece carried the signature of her evolving vision. When asked why she did not stick to making just one perfect design, she smiled and said, "The joy is in the creating, not the creation." Like Maya's hands shaping clay, your consciousness molds the substance of reality. Each experience you craft leads naturally to the next, in an endless dance of becoming. There is no final masterpiece to achieve, no ultimate destination to reach. The mastery lies in embracing your role as an eternal creator, finding fulfillment in the continuous unfoldment of your vision. The time has come to acknowledge your power as a conscious creator. Take a moment now to center yourself in stillness. In your journal, write down the next reality you wish to shape into being. Let your words flow naturally, describing not just the outcome you desire, but the feeling of joy and purpose that comes with bringing it into existence. This intention becomes the first step on your path of conscious creation, knowing that each moment holds the potential for infinite new beginnings. Chapter 30. The Universe Within You. In the heart of an ancient mountain temple lived a mystic named Raven, who spent countless nights gazing at the stars. One evening, as she knelt before a still pool to wash her face, she noticed something extraordinary. Within her own reflection, specifically in her eyes, she saw the same cosmic dance she had observed in the night sky. The stars, the nebulae, the infinite expanse, all were mirrored in her own gaze. In that moment, she understood that she was not separate from the universe, but was the universe itself in human form. You are that same infinite consciousness expressing itself through human form. The power that moves planets and ignites stars flows through your very being. Every thought you think, every breath you take, is the universe experiencing itself through you. This is not merely poetic metaphor, but the deepest truth of existence. Your consciousness is the primary force of creation, the same force that brings galaxies into being. When you truly grasp this truth, you understand that limitation exists only in thoughts that deny your divine nature. You are not reaching for something outside yourself, but allowing your inherent power to flow freely. In a coastal village stood an ancient lighthouse tended by a keeper named Solomon. Night after night, he would climb the tower to light the beacon that guided ships to safety. One stormy evening, as he gazed upward, he realized that the light he tended was not separate from the starlight that filled the sky. As this understanding deepened, his beacon began to shine with unprecedented brilliance. The more he recognized his light's connection to the celestial fire above, The brighter it blazed until ships could see it from distances never before possible. Just as Solomon's lighthouse discovered its true nature, you too are awakening to your connection with the infinite. The power you seek has always been within you, waiting to be recognized. Every achievement, every manifestation, every moment of creation flows from your recognition of this truth. As you close your eyes each evening, take time to reflect on how your thoughts, actions, and feelings throughout the day aligned with your highest self. Notice the moments when you felt most connected to your infinite nature and those when you may have forgotten your true power. Let this practice serve as a gentle reminder of your essential nature as a creative force of the universe. In these quiet moments of contemplation, you begin to witness the subtle patterns that shape your reality, the seeds of intention you have planted, the energy you have shared with others, and the divine whispers that have guided your path. Through this nightly communion with your inner wisdom, you strengthen the bridge between your earthly experience and the boundless realm of possibility that awaits your recognition. Each reflection becomes a sacred opportunity to realign with the eternal truth of who you are. Conclusion. In the quiet sanctuary of a mountain temple, a sage named Yuri spent decades seeking wisdom in ancient scrolls and sacred teachings. Through countless seasons of meditation and study, he journeyed far and wide, crossing deserts and scaling peaks in search of enlightenment. Yet it was on an ordinary morning, as sunlight streamed through his window, that he made the most profound discovery of his life. As he sat in his familiar meditation spot, watching dust motes dance in the golden light, understanding washed over him like a gentle wave. The treasure he had spent a lifetime pursuing had been within him all along, waiting patiently to be recognized. Every scroll he had studied, every master he had sought, had simply been pointing him back to this eternal truth. You stand now at a similar threshold of understanding. The wisdom contained in these pages has not given you anything new, but rather awakened what was always present within you. Each teaching, each practice has served as a mirror, reflecting back your own infinite potential. As you move forward from these pages, know that every moment presents a fresh opportunity to create anew. Your thoughts shape reality with the same certainty that the sun shapes the day. Your feelings generate waves of energy that ripple through the fabric of existence, attracting experiences that match their frequency. Your actions, when aligned with your highest truth, become powerful catalysts for transformation. The journey of metaphysical mastery knows no end. Like the universe itself, you are ever expanding, ever creating, ever becoming. The law of attraction responds to your evolving consciousness with perfect precision, manifesting experiences that reflect your deepening awareness. Take a moment now to honor your journey by writing a letter to yourself. Let your words bridge the space between who you are in this moment and who you are becoming. Express gratitude for the transformation you have undergone and paint a vivid picture of your ideal future self. Allow your heart to speak freely, knowing that every word carries the seed of manifestation. Let this letter serve as both a testament to your growth and a beacon lighting the way forward. As you write, feel the presence of your future self reaching back through time, acknowledging the steps you are taking now. This practice creates a powerful energetic connection between present and future, accelerating your path of transformation. Remember, you are not separate from the universal force that orchestrates the cosmic dance. You are that force, expressing itself through your unique human experience. Every breath you take is the universe breathing through you. Every dream you dream is the infinite imagining through your heart. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.